Hey everyone, I'm Emma,
And I'm Jack,
and welcome back to our little cozy English podcast.
the friendliest place to learn English one small conversation at a time.
Today's topic is fun, like really fun.
Yep, because today we're talking about English for travel.
Woohoo!
See, she's excited.
I love traveling. Airports, hotels, new food, new people, and new mistakes.
Yes, especially your mistakes.
Hey!
You still remember when you asked a man, "Are you my gate?"
I meant, is this gate A12? Not, are you my gate? Okay, Jack, how's your day?
Good, I had coffee. 2 coffees.
2?
Because today's topic is big. Travel English is like a big suitcase.
Yes, and you always overpack.
Hey, I need options.
So, English for travel. Why are we talking about this? Because when you travel, English helps you everywhere. At the airport, at the hotel, ordering food, asking directions, even saying help if something goes wrong.
English is like a travel key. It opens many doors, even when your luggage is lost, even when you're hungry, even when you're sleepy and don't know where your gate is, which is basically me every time.
Same. I once slipped at the wrong gate for 2 hours. I woke up and the plane was gone.
Classic Emma.
If you're new here, we talk in very simple English, slow English, friendly English, because we want you to understand and feel comfortable and feel like you're in the room with us.
Yes. So if you want easy English, good stories, and some bad jokes, subscribe. Okay, enough YouTube mode. Let's talk like humans again.
Okay, Jack, let's talk about English for travel. What do you think is the most important place to use English?
The airport, no doubt. The airport is like a big English exam, but nobody tells you the questions.
True. So let's start with airport English. Okay, Jack, tell them your funniest airport moment.
Oh no, do I have to?
Yes, they deserve it.
Okay. Once I walked into the airport bathroom and I said, "Good morning," to a cleaning robot. It didn't answer.
Robots need English lessons too.
Yes, maybe your channel can teach robots.
But seriously, at the airport, you only need simple English. You don't need big grammar. You don't need long sentences. You need things like, where is gate A12? Where is check-in? Is my flight delayed? Where is the restroom? Can you help me?
Simple, easy. Airport English is like baby English. Short, clear. One mistake? No problem.
Yes, people understand. Even if you say, I want plane now, they get it. Okay, Jack, you work in a hotel, so tell our viewers why English is important in hotels.
Oh yes, hotels are full of English. At the reception, in the lobby, at breakfast, even in the elevator if someone says, "Good morning."
And hotel people talk fast sometimes. Welcome, check-in, passport please, breakfast is 7 to 10, elevator to the left. It feels like a race.
Yeah, but don't worry, you only need simple hotel English. I have a reservation. I need help. Can I have extra towels? Where is breakfast? Wi-Fi password, please.
And don't say, I need wife password. Yes, someone said that once.
And the receptionist said, "Sir, this is a hotel, not a dating app."
Now, this is my favorite part. Food. Travel food. Restaurant food, street food, airport food. Okay, maybe not airport food.
Yes, and ordering food in English is super easy. I want this. Can I get a sandwich? Medium or large? Eat here or take away? No spicy. More napkins, please.
But one time, Jack made a big mistake.
Please, no.
He ordered soap. Not soup, soap.
It was one letter. One letter.
The waiter said, Sir, we don't serve that.
My English was on vacation that day.
Oh, this is important. When you travel, you always get lost. Always.
Yes, Google Maps is helpful, but sometimes your internet dies. Sometimes your phone battery dies. Sometimes you die.
Jack,
Sorry, I mean, you get tired. Tired.
asking for directions is easy. Excuse me, where is the bus station? How far is it? Left or right? Straight? Can you show me?
And if they explain too fast, just say, "Slow, please," or "I don't understand," and smile. Smiling is international language.
Now something serious. Safety.
Yes, safety English is important. Not scary, just important.
Simple safety phrases. I need help. Call the police. My bag is lost. I need a doctor. Where is the embassy?
See? Short, clear, life-saving English.
Exactly. Travel English doesn't need big grammar, just simple, fast, helpful words. Okay, now let's tell some real travel stories. People love stories, and travel stories are always crazy. Always.
Yes, travel is like a movie, but sometimes the movie is comedy and sometimes horror.
Okay, Jack, tell them your scariest moment at an airport.
Oh no. Okay, once I was walking to my gate, gate B19. I checked the screen. It said boarding. I ran like a superhero. I reached the gate and the lady said, "This is a flight to Tokyo." I almost went to Japan for free.
That would be cool, though. Japan is amazing.
Yes, but my suitcase was not ready for sushi.
My story is worse. I went to London once, and my suitcase did not go to London. It went to Germany. The airport lost it. I arrived in London with no clothes. Nothing. Just me and my toothbrush.
Good thing you had the toothbrush.
Yes, I bought one shirt and wore it for 2 days. I looked like a cartoon character.
All these stories teach something. Travel is not perfect. Travel is funny. Travel is surprising. Travel is sometimes crazy. But English helps you survive, helps you ask questions, helps you explain problems, helps you feel safe.
And simple English is enough. You don't need to sound like Shakespeare. You need to sound like you. These phrases saved my life. Can you repeat that? Speak slowly, please. I'm not sure. Is this correct? Where am I? Yes, I said that once. Thank you so much.
And sometimes silence and a smile also work.
Yes, people understand your face, your hands, your fear, your hunger, everything.
Once I was in Thailand. I ordered noodles. The lady said, "Spicy?" I said, "A little." She smiled. That smile was dangerous.
Oh no.
My mouth was on fire. My soul left my body. I drank 3 bottles of water, still burning. Even my tears were spicy. So when you travel, be careful with spicy. Say no spicy or baby spicy. Baby spicy is safe.
Okay, tell me, Jack, you know what I love? When I travel and meet someone who speaks English. Instant connection, instant friend, instant comfort.
Yes, English is like a travel bridge. It connects you with people. Taxi drivers, hotel staff, tour guides, airport workers, even strangers sitting next to you on the plane.
And that's why we want our learners to feel confident. Even small English can change your whole trip. Okay, we are slowly going to end. But first, final tips. Simple, easy, friendly tips for travel English.
Tip 1. Learn a few phrases for airport, hotel, food, and directions.
Tip 2. Don't try difficult sentences. Short is better. Short is safe.
Tip 3. Smile when you speak. It helps people understand you. It makes you look friendly.
Tip 4. Don't be shy. People make mistakes. We make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes.
Tip 5. Travel slowly. Enjoy the place. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the people. And enjoy your English journey.
Also, please don't sleep at the wrong gate like me.
And don't talk to cleaning robots like me.
And don't order soap instead of soup.
Please stop reminding them.
English is not just a language. It's a travel tool, a safety tool, a friendship tool.
Use it with confidence. Use it with courage. Use it with joy.
And use us, Emma and Jack, as your friendly practice partners. We are always here for you.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep traveling, keep smiling.
See you. Bye-bye.
Safe travels, everyone.